And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. The view high above our broadcast location tonight, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. We welcome you to Noche and Beyond here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys, tonight a celebration of the Latin culture. In this game, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Los Angeles Lakers here in Staples Center. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Junior's out there at Malone. Then it's Russell. And it's Durant, and it's Doncic in at the 2. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Grant is out there with Josh Richardson, and it's Ingram in at the center. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 6 teams, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
Amongst the many things that I appreciate most about LeBron James, and there are a lot, is leadership. I mean, everybody else just kind of naturally falls into place behind him because he's such a good example and a positive leader.
Stolen by Lewis. Over Ingram. Rejected by Ingram. And he recovers it. And the foul called on Junior. That's his first foul. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
And here are the Lakers. Inside, here's Davis. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
Boy, you're playing with fire. Anytime you leave somebody open on James' team, I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Now, here is Russell. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Lewis passes to Durant. 5 to shoot, and stolen by LeBron. Fast break, the Lakers. Richardson gets a wide open look. Hits the 3 from the wing.
Well, I love the size Richardson gives you in the backcourt, and also the shooting.
You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Frank Vogel had a few minutes to share with me. He was effusive in his praise for Luka Doncic, particularly citing his strength at such a young age. Coach said he can convert through contact. He's hard to back down in the post, and he's an excellent rebounder. Their goal, or maybe their hope, is to match his physicality. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
David's so good with his timing and length to get up and deny shots.
Malone outside. Lewis left side, and stolen by Richardson. And it's Grant in the corner. Again, Los Angeles. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Lakers.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And Davis, here we go. That one falls. Davis has got his second bucket of the game to go.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender, guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
Doncic doing a nice job showing you some sneaky explosion and athleticism on that throwdown.
Grant outside. And there's the call on Durant. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical, gets quads, but doesn't get pulled out of position. He does everything you want from a defensive anchor.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
So it's the Lakers now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Lewis. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Moss, the pass to Russell. To the middle, 6 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Minnesota shooting their first free throws of this game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Towns comes in for Malone. And Morris subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. Now, here's Richardson. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Chalk up 2 there.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists. And defensively, you've got to be on the lookout for this. I mean, Towns gets up in a hurry now.
Last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Richardson finds Davis. The shot misses. Towns with the defensive effort. Lewis attacking. Can't cash in from close range. Lakers leading by 6. And the pass to Noel. And slam dunk by Ingram.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And the Lakers have possession. After the miss from Lewis, hangs, and Ingram lays it in. Ingram's got 6.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to McDaniels. Looks for Lewis, gets it to him. And Junior throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Now, here's Anunoby. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Floats it up for Junior. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Noel. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Richardson against Morris. Lets it go from 14. That one wide left.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
They get it again. Los Angeles leading by 3. And here is Anunoby. Noel passes to Ferguson. Passes it to Ingram. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Some solid defense from Lewis. A shot by McDaniels, no good. From deep, Richardson, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Yeah, the shot from Richardson looks smooth and effortless. This team did a nice job setting him up there.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
And the foul called on Junior. That'll be his second foul of the game. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first. Porter with it. Really had troubles in the loss to Portland. Lets it go from deep. The shot, no good. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Lakers lead by 4. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the grind of an NBA season.
How can we be the best version of ourselves individually every day? And how can we bring that together to make a
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. We've got Otto Porter Jr., Ferguson out there with Ingram. And it's LeBron James. And it's Richardson in the point guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Pistons, was superb on the floor. He scored 41 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Scooped up. Ferguson misses.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Here's Lewis, and so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last. The Lakers making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in. Lewis kicks to Doncic. 5 on the clock. Morris passes to Lewis. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Lewis has got 14.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
And Junior throws it down.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Lakers have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. Richardson with it, now guarded by Towns.
A tremendous shot blocker in college, Kevin. Towns has packed that part of his game and brought it with him to the next level.
An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Here's James after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, he's fantastic at playing to his strengths. Doesn't get outside of himself. I mean, when he's scoring at an efficient clip like that, he's hard to stop.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to lose.
It's a solid blueprint. And here is Lewis after Josh Richardson was able to get the triple. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Pass to Anunoby. Lewis grabs the board. Minnesota's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And Junior throws it down.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Now, here's Anunoby. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. There's the pass to Noel. 6 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. From deep three-point range, that shot is off.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Noel. Following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Ingram. The shot. No good. Towns with the defensive effort. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Minnesota on top, leading by just 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Frank Vogel. Coach, your team is down at the half. What has to change?
Well, it's still early in the game. Okay, we're a little bit out of sync offensively. We just got to get into a rhythm.
Good passes lead to good offense. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
Checking out the group now for Ryan Saunders to start the second half. Malone is out there with Junior. Then there's Doncic, and there's D'Angelo Russell, and it's Durant in at the 3 spot.
Hard work in practice for Davis, really paying off with big buckets from the perimeter. This guy has really worked to refine his shot. Boy, a dynamic wing with freakish length. Durant is the ideal alley-oop target.
Here's LeBron. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Richardson finds Ingram. Grant outside. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Got a piece of it and stolen by Russell. And Junior throws it down.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a 5-point game. James, the pass to Richardson. Kicks to Davis. Lets it go from 14. And it's Malone with the rebound. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And he's taking care of the hard part tonight, which is getting to the line. But he hasn't finished the job once he gets there.
Grant outside. Loads it up for Davis and finished off by Davis.
Boy, there's not a better target in all of the NBA than Davis for the alley-oop.
Minnesota leading by 4. Here's Lewis, and Junior throws it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Porter's checked in for James. Now Grant. Lets it go with the 3. Lewis grabs the board. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Junior on the follow. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
Down low, here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
AD doing what he does, 24/7, stuffing that stat sheet.
Outside Durant. Lewis outside. Richardson against Doncic. Back to Lewis. Lock at 6. No good. Shot missing. Some solid defense from Ingram. Davis finds Porter, and it's blocked by Lewis, and he's able to get it back. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Now, here's Grant. Dishes it to Porter. To the inside. Davis, the pass to Richardson. It's Porter outside. And it's Malone with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 8. Here's Lewis. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Davis.
Would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
Outside, Porter. Back to Grant. Richardson outside. Feeds it to Davis. Over Lewis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Minnesota?
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
First one falls. Doncic left side. Back to Lewis. And Junior throws it down.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of him.
The Lakers with the ball. After the basket by Minnesota. Ingram passes to Noel. Back to Ingram. Just 5 to shoot. Here's James. And James picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Timberwolves leading by 17. Lewis outside. A steal. Fast break. The Lakers. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And LeBron throws it down.
I'll tell you what, if he's within shouting distance of the basket, he's going to get his buckets. You can count on that.
Floats it up for Doncic.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
Nice shot by James. LeBron's got 18 points.
LeBron's game has a real shine to it. Spit polished. And he's got a great feel of when to attack from there.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their lead at 15 going. Now let's listen in to Frank Vogel's huddle.
Look, they can't guard.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got LeBron James. OG Anunoby is out there with Ferguson. Then it's Ingram. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Now, here's Anunoby. Shot clock at 6. Here's Noel. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Ingram. Lewis gets the bucket.
Well, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
To the paint. Here's Ferguson. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
I mean, that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass and finished off by McDaniel.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
Here's Ingram after the basket by Minnesota. Minnesota with the rebound. Lewis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
Ball's knocked loose. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Minnesota calls timeout. Josh Richardson's checked in for Los Angeles. Minnesota making a switch here. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Doncic. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Richardson. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly. Davis has checked in for Ferguson.
Well, Davis, one of the hardest working and best rebounders in the NBA, showing you great effort that time.
Minnesota leading by 15. Here's Malone. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's LeBron, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
For the three, he makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
And Junior throws it down.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Lakers trail by 16. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Offensive rebound, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And the Lakers with possession here, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Steps back and shoots. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Junior with the ball. Snatched up. Doncic. Malone, no what?
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
And here is Los Angeles now. They trail by 16. Loads it up for Davis. Deflected by Lewis. Left side Durant. It's tipped and stolen by James. And the layup is good. James has got 14 points here in the second half.
You know, LeBron James is so strong and able to finish through contact because of it. You got to wrap him up. You got to get him before he gets that ball up in the shooting motion because contact other than that doesn't bother him.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And here they go. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. High post, Davis. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
And I tell you what, AD is able to brush off those defenders with ease because of how strong he is. That's what they call weight room.
Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. But they recover it. LeBron dishes to Grant. Knocks it loose. Tries again. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Richardson.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And the Timberwolves call timing.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the...
Oh!
Are you kidding me?
Nasty. My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
There's the lob to Towns. Richardson with it. He's picked up by Doncic. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. Here's Ingram. And that one, good.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Lewis passes to Doncic. Davis with the double team. Durant wide open. He fires. Kept alive.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
No one near James as he lets it go. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got 3 assists tonight. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Lewis dishes to Durant. Towns trying to get open. It's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 12.
Looking strong to the finish. When Durant locks in on scoring, nobody's stopping it.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 12. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. LeBron passes to Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Well, you describe AD's games, and you start running out of superlatives. I mean, when this guy is healthy, he dominates in a different fashion, but in similar ways to Tim Duncan.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Here's LeBron. Pass to Grant. There's the three. Minnesota with the rebound. Lewis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Timberwolves.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated. 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
Well, they're going to finish, like you said, 4-0 against them, and you're right, very impressive.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Junior.
He did it all tonight, making an impact with more than just his scoring. How about the fact that he got a triple-double? And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
Ferguson kicks to Burke. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Horton Tucker. And the Lakers with another miss. Now here's Beverly. And stolen by Oakley. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.